Alright, Clashers, this is the D here. Let's just go ahead and jump in. We're going to watch this war recap here. Let's see, Warzone. We were up against Apocalypto, and before this war, we really looked at them and said, man, you guys look really good. This should be a great war. And I mean, it was pretty close, but really, it wasn't as close as it seemed. I mean, we kind of hung out a little bit just to see what they would do, but they were go wipers. There we go. And they were good go wipers. They were pretty good at it. But this is about the best you see. This is it. Bunch of 2 stars. Guaranteed 2 stars. Knew they were going to get 2 stars. But 2 stars don't win wars. And as simple as that. We had a little bit of trouble cleaning up their 9s here. But we did pretty well on their 8s. Had a bunch of trouble with this guy right here. I was really ticked. We about had him a few times. A few small tweaks and we'd have had it. But anyway, we're going to jump in here. We're going to start out with Mac on number 1. Let's see what Mac's got for us. Alright, so it's going to be a go-ho here. So, let's see. What's he do? Where's he come in at? Oh, yeah, this one. So, he drops, you see this? He drops 1 loon on each building here because the ADs are too far away. They're not going to be able to take it out, and that archer tower can't take it out. Obviously, the cannons can't. So, that's a big deal, guys. If you can get a 5 troop space for 1 defense trade, you need to take that every single time, especially if it's going to lure the CC. Now, you notice only the drag came out. If you lure with balloons and there's balloons in the CC, the balloons will not come out because they can't target the balloons. So that's something you got to think about. Sometimes it's got to be just like if you're actually doing the lure. Mac wasn't doing the lure. He was going really no lure here. He was just getting those buildings. But if you are trying to do a lure, you need to send a hog in because the balloons will not trigger, and that's generally what's in there. So unless you know they don't have balloons, you gotta. And there's other troops that are like that as well. Like a balloon will not lure a Valk. Anyway, he comes in there. He's got his queen kill, drops his hogs at the top. He already had a heal for him. He kind of guessed that the bombs are going to be there because there really wasn't anywhere else for them. And that's something you got to look at, guys. If there's no place for the bombs, there's only these certain spots. Well, they're probably there, and act accordingly. So you see his golem and his king, his golems and his king are still there. He's got that witch there still working. He's got the queen working down there. When you can get all that value for your CC, that's something you got to think about. Is okay, I've got the queen done. I got the CC done. I got the queen done. What can I get for the rest of mine? And that's going to help you decide whether you need to bring wall breakers and then jump or just jump. You got to think about how much value you can get. So it's all cleaned up. We're going to get going here. Let's go ahead and speed it up real super fast. Because I'm going to bring a bonus video for you guys. Got a bonus one. Good job, Mac. Very good job. That was the first attack. Freaking fantastic job. So, again, I don't like showing my own, but we didn't have any other 3 stars on town on 9s. And this was my very first Valk raid. I've never used Valks before. So, pause. Right here, there's a hole in the base. There's a hole in the base. So, guys, go look at your base again. Make sure there are no holes. Teslas don't take up space as far as that's concerned. Don't have holes in your base. So, I started up down here. Got a golem in here. And I'm going to back it with, a couple witches. And a few wizards. They're going to go in there. And then I got another one coming in over here. And basically same composition. I'm going to send a couple of wall breakers in. Open up the compartment, send in the wizard. So everything's kind of cleaning up down here. Everything's targeting that golem. My witches and my wizards are still going strong. They're getting hit a little bit. This is open base. There's stuff everywhere. So I dropped the Valks there and was hoping they would jump into that compartment and go after the king, but they really didn't. Valks are kind of crazy. You got to be real careful with them. They're going to go after pairs of buildings. But the thing is, it kind of worked out because the CC would have murdered them. Instead, they went out, started cleaning up buildings over here. That right side of guys just kind of went into the core and started wrecking all this stuff. And then there you go. I got back in hogs to clean up some of these buildings here and take the pressure off of those Valks. Drop another heal on them. So that Valk is just fine. It's fine. Look, it's going to heal up. It's going to be, there's like 1 or 2 Valks in there, and they're almost full health. Yep, there they go, full health. And that's it. Valks are pretty nasty, guys. They're pretty nasty. And that's going to be about, I'm going to go ahead and speed up just a tiny bit here. They're going to break through this wall. That golem is still alive, and he was the king of the raid. He saved the raid because everything stayed on him. That wizard snuck along on the edge there and just wiped it out. Just killed that whole row. So, yay for me. Yay for me. We're going to move on to the next one, and I was happy about this one. I was a little too proud because I thought Tyler had been watching these, but he hasn't. But I just found out today he is not on Kick. He had no idea we had a YouTube channel. We're going to replay here. This is Tyler's very first hog attack. He's never done one before, at least not with this account. And we're going to see how it goes here. So he goes in, and this is a cleanup. This is a cleanup. In fact, I would say Tyler messed up a little bit. There are bombs up at the top there, and he could have easily taken them out, and he knew that. But he still won where other people lost. So he drops his anchor. Drops the poison there. I'm not a big fan of dropping the poison on them. Don't think it helps you a ton. You know, like I said, if there's no... And there's a bomb there. I don't even think anybody knew there was a bomb there. I think he just dropped a guy there. He had no idea there was a bomb there at all. Because nobody had gotten to that point where they were attacking that part of the base. But anyway, he takes it down. He used all his wits. Like I said, he's still rough. He's still new. But does a nice 2-finger drop here. They go in. Drops those heals. Seems like they're a little off, but they aren't. the way they're going to path in. Drops his other hogs over here. I will say this, guys. You want to get those level 5 hogs. If that's what you've got in your CC, if you're not bringing witches, you want to get those out quick. They're your better hogs. You want them on the board for as long as possible. You want them out a long time. So, triggers the 2 bombs up here. Kind of blows up. It almost makes bacon, but not quite. Not quite. Could have been a little bit to the right on that heal. Could have been a little bit to the right. It couldn't have gone bad, is what I'll say. It couldn't have, because he had already wrecked the base. But we're going to speed up here. He's done. His base is done. He has just crushed it. And these guys had a bunch of stuff in their corners. Get your buildings out of your corners, guys. I think there's one defense where that helped us in this whole war. And most of the time, it really doesn't do any good. And it just creates an anchor for a hog clan to beat you over the head with. So we're going to go down here to Dr. Whom, formerly Baron von Looper. So he's going to start out with a lure. Nice simple one. Couldn't really get anything with it, so he just sends one. I don't understand that hog at all. There was no bomb there. I think he thought there was a bomb right here, but there's really no way to get to it. They're going to go after those cannons, so you got to look at that too. You might want to get that bomb, but if you can't get to it, you got to ignore it. So drops his anchor, toasts him, and drops the wizards. And again, Doc, it works for you a lot, man. You do really well, but I think you could do better if you just use some barbs to distract the dragons, and you can get out with less wizards. You could have 3 or 4 wizards left right now, and that would help you. But anywho, so he starts in. He's got like a 3-4 finger drop here. Kind of just drops them in different places. Creates little pockets of hogs. Drops these guys in. And they're going to just kind of start wrapping around the base, blowing stuff up. No worries at all. I mean, I was kind of looking at this going, man, doesn't look like it's going great. But, the fact is, when they're low-level defenses like this especially, you're going to tear, those hogs are just going to melt them. And if you can just keep them under heal and save them from the bombs, it's over and done with. He didn't even need a ton of cleanup. He did have that one wizard left to get that one up there, and I like that. You notice that wizard's kind of away from where everything is, and that's a good thing. You don't want to drop your cleanup troops near where the hogs are going to finish. You want them over here, like that king, for instance. If he'd had a barb left or another wizard left, he could have dropped a wizard there, and that would have been better. But he could have dropped the barb over here on this side. Because you're going to notice the barbs and the king are kind of working on the same buildings the whole time. We're going to speed up a little bit, but you're going to notice they end up just they're working on the same buildings on that side. And there's a hog over here working on that one with him. And then the hogs, they just kind of meet up in the middle. Whereas that king could have cleared out most of that. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but we've seen a bunch of 97% 1 stars. And it's the little things that save you from that. It's the little things. Having that extra couple of wizards, placing your king in a way that's going to save you, going to be able to clean up for you. All right. But anyway, we got one more. And this one, I just want to say, this one was just so dang good that I'm not even going to commentate on it. I'm just going to bring up a little bit of mood music for you guys. I'm going to bring something in here for you. We're going to break out a little DJ Dirty Skeet for you. So enjoy.
Yeah. Show's going to be cooked tonight. Southside Duval County. You better leave, dog. Hey, man, what you talking about, man? You better leave. Hey, what you talking about, man? Get off me, man. Oh, no, you out of here, nigga. You out. Hey, man. I was outside of the club, just dirty the blood. You better let me back. And I walked inside of the club and started to get drunk. I ain't never scared. I told the motherfucker, what? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? I told the motherfucker, what? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Straight out of Duval County, a.k.a. Jacksonville. Ain't scared to blow your bitch ass away like daffodils. When I'm going off that liquor, better back your ass up. I ain't racist, but I will fuck your cracker ass up. I gotta get it while the getting is good, bitch. I wish you would. Try to run up on me and take my shit. I'll pop you in your hood. It's all good if you pay me mine. Get me back on time. I ain't got no time. No excuses. Better get right to time. So the motherfucker, what? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? So the motherfucker, what? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. On the south side, I ain't never scared. On the tip, on the side, never scared. 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 At the age of 19, I got my name in the business, and I still keep it real without no games and no gimmicks. Yeah, fuck the limelight and the fame and the image. When them niggas come and go, I'ma stay to the finish. I don't need no record deal, I'ma stay independent. I'm a rock star without major label assistance, cause I'm way cooler than anybody you know, and I roll with hooligans, still making music, man. Motherfuckers, what? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? I told the motherfuckers, what? I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. All them blow park rooms, I ain't never scared. All them dance rooms, I ain't never scared. No, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. You ain't never scared. You ain't never scared. Listen up. This whole week read 2006. Joseph Larkin, Aaron Abraham, Nick Larkin. It's the real thing, y'all. Duval County's finest. Jacksonville, Florida. Dirty South. Get off the dick, punk life, bitch. Yeah!
Alright, guys. That is it for MRder Inc. I'm just saying, never scared. DJ Dirty Skeet in the house. Alright, guys. Like I say, just, what's my tagline? Oh, yeah. Keep getting 3 stars.